I'm not a neuroscientist, but I've read a lot of neuroscience and I've read a lot about the way the brain functions. I'm an educator. I experience the way the brain functions on a daily basis. I contend daily with 140 other brains in a dance that is becoming more and more difficult because of AI. I'm on summer break now. It's day 2 of summer vacation, and that gives me a lot of mental bandwidth that I can utilize to make videos. And this video is not about my job or my school. This video is about something bigger than that. It's about truth. All my videos are about truth, by the way. I consider myself a seeker of truth, and I choose to pursue truth through learning. I make a conscious effort every day to pursue learning in an experiential way. In other words, through experiencing things, I intend to gain some knowledge about stuff. Your brain's job, other than maintaining homeostasis, staying alive, is to gather, sort, and implement information. Parsing sensory input and storing it for later use is what our brains evolved to do. Whether that means reading a news article and assimilating it into your worldview, or changing your life because you found a new favorite song and you listen to it every day. Your brain's job is to take all the stuff out there and make sense of it. And there's a lot of stuff. There's an immense amount of stuff. More stuff than your brain is meant to accept. Well, let's unpack that a little bit. The internet changed the way that information is transmitted. AI changed the way that information is collated and conveyed. By connecting the world, we are now each capable of tapping into an infinite well of information. The amount of information is endless, but we don't believe it is. We erroneously believe that there's an end. We erroneously believe that if we scroll enough, if we read enough, we might reach the end. We might get all the information. And this comes from a FOMO, fear of missing out. The internet connecting us all cursed us, poisoned us with the knowledge of the breadth of information that's in front of us, of the breadth of information that's available to us. We know all of this information is out there and we know how to get it, but we don't have the mental acuity to parse it. I want you to think about scrolling through TikTok or Reddit or Instagram, and I want you to think about the mechanics of that. Let's think about it as a behavior. We swipe up to see the next thing. We then make a very quick judgment about the thing that we are seeing. Do I stay or do I go? Do I investigate further or do I move on? Do I watch this whole reel or read this whole thread or do I continue on my journey? This leads to something troubling. It leads to a very thin understanding of the world. Like a piece of peanut brittle, it crumbles under any kind of philosophical torsion. Why do we do this? Why are we okay with this? We're okay with this because it feels productive. It feels like we're doing something. It feels like we're archaeologists and we're unearthing information. We're unearthing truth. It feels like we're learning. But I would not be doing my job if I did not do my damnedest to warn you. Truth and truth are not the same thing. Lowercase t truth is the set of things that are true. The sky looks blue a lot of the time. Water is composed of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. Wendy's offers a new Girl Scouts Thin Mints Frosty. These are all things that are true. Lowercase t truth. Truth, on the other hand, is the fundamental reality of things. This wrench has a truth to it. Truth is characterized by what it does, how it does it, its relationship to me, and my relationship with the work that it allows me to do. Yes, there is a lowercase t truth to the wrench, right? What it looks like, what it smells like, what it tastes like, how to use it. These are all aspects of its lowercase t truth. Its truth is about its relationship to me and my relationship with the work that it allows me to do. By working with the wrench and living with the wrench and acting with the wrench, my story and the wrench's story become intertwined. Last year, I bought a load of tools from an older woman whose husband had passed away. This is one of the tools that I got from that lot. While yes, it is true that this is a screwdriver, its truth has to do with where it comes from, the stories it could tell, and the ways that it broadened and enriched another person's life, and how it can now help me enrich and broaden my own life through the job and jobs that it allows me to do. That is its capital T truth. Information is like this. Information can certainly be true, But more importantly, information carries with it truth. And the only way to truly understand the truth of things is to live with it, to experience it, to exist with it and by it. I'll give you a concrete example. Someone comes to you and says that Walmart corn is better, superior than Target corn. That is some information. Now, having tried neither corn product, you have no opinion concerning the corn offerings of Walmart nor Target. But where do you sort that piece of information? It's my point of view that most people would take that piece of information and ascribe it truth. Having heard that Walmart corn surpasses Target corn, most of us take that at face value. How might we instead seek truth, capital T truth, in the corn debate? I'm sure we've all seen those videos, eating every flavor of Doritos, eating every flavor of Lay's potato chips, eating every protein powder, eating every corn. In order to seek the truth of the corn debate, we must try both the Walmart corn and the Target corn and make our own determination about the truth, the veracity of that particular statement, of that particular piece of truth. Why must we do this? Why must we do this? Because the truth of the corn is about your relationship with it, is about your relationship with the corns in question. It's not about what Joe Schmo TikToker has to say about the corn. It's about what you have to say about the corn. What do you believe about the corn? That is what is true. Now you may begin to see where I'm going with this. There is no way for us to discover truth for all things. So we settle for truth. We settle for a thin, cursory understanding of the universe. This is why our relationship with information is thin like peanut brittle. Because we don't really know anything. Knowledge comes from capital T truth. If you have no truth, if you seek no truth, you will never have knowledge. Now let's think deeply for a moment before we end. What basic human faculty has helped us in our relationship so far, in our ability to seek truth in the corn debate? It's the same thing I talk about incessantly, and it's the same thing that this video title is talking about. Curiosity. Curiosity leads us to investigate. Whether it's the corn or whether it's Wendy's new Thin Mints Frosty, curiosity and the pursuit of truth is how we figure out the truth of ourselves. By exercising curiosity and exercising our human powers of seeking truth, we can figure out the truth of us, the truth of ourselves, the truth of our relationship with the world around us, the relationship we have with all of the stuff, with all of the information, with all of the stuff that's out there in the world. With the sheer volume of stuff there is, we have to have some way, some mechanism for figuring out our relationship with that truth, for our relationship with the stuff. And we need curiosity to do that, to find knowledge. This is the most important skill we have, because without it, our lives are thin and breakable. By seeking truth and gaining the knowledge that comes from it, we make our lives deep and rich. But this is very hard to do. So how do we do that? Living the curious life is what my life philosophy has been for quite a while, and that's what I make videos about. So if you're interested in learning more, you can subscribe. I hope you all have a good day.